In today's video, we want to address a great shadow which currently covers modern human society, our reality, our everyday life. That shadow being loneliness, a shadow which is currently a part of everyone's life, either on the edge of our vision or directly in front of us. It is a force which has the very real ability to destroy one's life and the life of those around us. And it does not care about your status, the amount of money in your bank account, or how beautiful you are. It is a primordial force, a Jotun, that like a glacier will slowly crush anyone, no matter their strength, should you be caught in its icy grasp. But most tragic of all, it is a force that our society is feeding, encouraging, a business opportunity, all the while the means to manage it have been hidden away. A fact that is having a very real and dramatic effect on every part of society and our lives. But it is always the darkest before dawn, and the new but familiar wind is blowing and gathering strength, which aims to address this issue. It is the wind of spirituality, which is being awoken by the breath of both individuals and groups of humans throughout the world, whose aim is to bring the power of healing and spiritual awareness back to humanity. Awareness of a spiritual force, a force which is anathema to the cold spirit of loneliness. This video represents another voice, another breath, out of many, which aim to strengthen the healing winds of spirituality that is currently blowing across our world and through our reality. We will explain the reason for the current state of loneliness. We will explain how to manage it, and hopefully we will provide you with a moment of learning, reflection, and encouragement in your life. In this modern age, one's physical needs are relatively easy to meet compared to earlier times. But our social needs, our spiritual needs, which humans are set to meet through relationships and actual connection, is becoming increasingly difficult. The human is born as an animist, as a being who knows that everything has a soul, and who, to survive and thrive, needs to connect to other spirits, human or otherwise. But not only that, we, as humans, are also born with the ability to create spirits of all types. Don't believe me? When a child is born, what is one of the most common gifts a child receives? A teddy bear, or something similar in nature. The giver of the teddy bear has already assigned animacy to this inanimate object, which the teddy bear is. We know it's just fabric put together, but we can't help feeling that there is more to the teddy bear than that. This is because, as soon as it is created, as the teddy bear is born, intent is added to it, purpose. And when you pick it off the shelf, with the intent of bringing warmth and comfort to the new child, you increase the power of intent even further. This process of adding intent to the inanimate is you using your power to animate the inanimate, to give the teddy bear a soul. And when the child gets and hugs the bear, it connects to the intent, to the spirit that you put in it, and this is why a teddy bear can bring so much comfort to a child for years to come, because it is not just a piece of fabric, it is a soul that the child can connect to for company and comfort. And the process does not stop here. Any spirit, human or otherwise, is under constant development, based on the spirits surrounding it. So, the child, as it grows up, will continue to power the spirit of the teddy bear with intent. And before you know it, it is now sitting at the dinner table. And should you lose it, the child will have lost one of its dearest friends, which often will result in long sleepless nights and a busy pair of parents desperately trying to bring Teddy back home. But as we grow older, we are gradually taught to deny this ability to connect with and create spirits. It is seen as childish, weird, weak. Instead, we are taught to focus on our ability to show that we don't need anyone else, that we are the ones making it on the top of the lonely mountain, that we are the ones able to push down on the spirits around us, be it human, animal, or other types of spirits. But this new belief, this devious lie, is not grounded in reality. It is not grounded in our actual needs. And it is not grounded in good intentions. But it is all around us. This new belief system, this lie, has and is being promoted by people who are connected to another Jotun, another devouring spirit, and that is the spirit of greed. In a world led by the spirit of greed, the spirit of loneliness thrives.
At least he had a wife and kids. What have you got, Vincent? No money, no job. A life wasted chasing dreams that are always just beyond your reach.
As greed creates behavior conflict between personal and social goals.
Then go! And when my artwork's selling for millions and when the whole damn world knows who I am, don't come crawling back!
I miss the man you used to be.
Look around you and you will see that the lack of social connection, loneliness, is now a booming business, one of the fastest growing markets in our society. Be it in the shape of social media, psychologists, medicine, games, apps, phone services, hired human company, AI, or something else. The need for real social interaction is as real as the need for food and liquid, and when we are deprived from it, we feel social hunger and thirst. We feel lonely, and just like physical hunger and thirst, if our need is not met soon, we will start experiencing severe damaging health effects. Sadly, the number of individuals impacted by loneliness is increasing now more than ever. It has been documented that since 2015, especially among younger people, loneliness has been on the rise. We are now at the point that roughly 30% of American millennials feel lonely the majority of the time, with similar numbers found in Asia and Western Europe. In Germany, 70% of people believe loneliness to be a major problem in society. In the UK, over half of the employees report feeling lonely at work and at home, and 75% describe their neighbors as strangers. In 2016, 1 out of 10 Brits reported that they did not have a single friend to rely upon. In 2020, that number shot up to 1 out of 8. The problem is so severe that the UK now has a minister of loneliness. One might be inclined to believe that this new market of loneliness will present solutions to the problem. But it is the opposite that is true. Greed is the leading motivation for the market. Just like with physical food, what they provide is what they can earn the most money from. And that is low-quality fast food. That keeps you coming back for the next happy moment, with the aim of increasing the size of the market and maximize profits. While the situation is dire, and we are fully aware that a lot of humans are currently caught in a life and death struggle with loneliness, there is hope. And it is not a fool's hope. It is as inevitable as the coming dawn itself. New winds of spirituality are blowing throughout our society and reality. In the United States alone, the number of people who identify as pagans has risen from 134,000 in 2001 to 1.5 million in 2023. Spiritual awareness is on the rise in many different shapes and sizes, including witchcraft, yoga, paganism, such as the ways of the Norse, which is the path that resonates in our household. All these movements consist of individuals who are turning their power of breath towards developing a world where we once again become aware of our own spirituality, the spiritual needs around us, and the spiritual challenges we are currently facing, such as loneliness. To help you continue moving forward, we would like to present 2 steps which we suggest you embrace. Embrace your spiritual power. Rediscover your inner animist. With intent, start to connect yourself to all the spirits around you and strengthen their potency. With the power of your voice and small offerings, invite spirits into your home and life. Like the Norse gods themselves, start to give names to the objects around you to empower their soul. Realize that you are surrounded with different types of spirits. This includes animal spirits, the spirits of trees, the earth, fairies, ancestors, the sky, humans, and more. You are never alone. You only need to relearn what you knew when you were born. Be mindful of those you connect to. If a spirit is devouring in nature, cut the connection. Do not feed it with your own spirit. Many times we have experienced people, human spirits, who sit around the family table, and while there is food on the table, that is not the true feast. The true feast is individual humans being exposed to the devouring spirits of toxic family members. Family members who in different ways will feed on the spirit of loneliness in an individual, so they themselves can feed off it. Let us give you a few examples. The family knows you have been exposed to a tragedy, but no one will talk about it. Instead, they will ignore it. They will talk about the weather, politics, and the success of Uncle Stephen at work. But they will not address the desperate need for support and comfort that you need, regardless of the fact that you have tried to do your best for your entire life to help everyone. They will conduct small actions, come with small comments that will hit you directly where it hurts the most, increasing your already existing pain. These actions are both direct and subtle in nature, such as them talking about the success of Uncle Stephen while you just got fired and your life is in financial ruin, an issue which they knowingly choose to ignore. And while you sit there, in pain, being devoured by the spirit of loneliness, you refrain from acting because you don't want to be the person who ruins the family. So you just accept it. You sacrifice yourself for the family, for harmony. This is just one example, and we all know the infinite ways and shapes. This form of behavior can take place in the family, at the workplace, and so on. Our point is, cut the connection to anything or anyone who you feel is devouring you. By staying in the relationship, you simply feed the spirit, and the pain will increase until you break, until you cannot give anymore. Cut the connection, and hope that by doing so, over time, the destructive spirit will starve to death, and your family will be an actual family again, as they, hopefully, have chosen to connect to more noble and healing spirits. Remember, a devouring spirit will always take more from you than they will give you. Do not accept this state. Instead, only connect to the humans and other types of spirits who want you to grow, who are there for you, both in the light of the day and in the dark of the night, who will sit down around the bonfire and listen to and talk about what really matters. Do that, no matter the type or number of spirit you are connected to. You will heal, and you will grow. Connect to us, connect to Heilung, connect to the trees, the beasts, the spirits, the universe, and other healing sources you can find around you, both in the digital, spiritual, and physical realm. The opportunities are growing dramatically in this age, and they all want you to succeed and be the best you can be. We hope you enjoyed this video, and please, if you have any experience on this matter, share your insights in the comment section below. It will help people in need more than you know.